Academy Award documentary filmmaker and Flint native Michael Moore joins me now. Mr. Moore, welcome back, sir.
Thank you, Chuck.
First, let me just get your reaction. You watched the president. You saw what he said. You saw his remarks. Your reaction?
I'm glad he went there. I have a lot of respect for President Obama. I voted for him twice. I'm very disappointed that he didn't come with specific things that the federal government was going to do to help the people of Flint. They need these pipes, and they need this fixed right now. And I think I was last on with you in January. I said that then.
Let me pause for a minute. January. I'm going to check my calendar now. It's May. I'm with you on this. I sort of am. If this were, I grew up in Miami. I was there during Hurricane Andrew. I've seen. I guess where's the cavalry is, I guess, what's going to be my second question to you, and you went right there. You're wondering where the cavalry is.
Well, yes, but of course, because I am a Flint native, and the people of Flint know that the cavalry is not coming. They've known that for a long time, ever since General Motors pulled out of the city, ever since Wall Street gave it a rating so low nobody could invest there. So everybody's sort of given up on any hope of somebody coming in. And President Obama today came in, and he had his shirt sleeves rolled up, and he took the coat off, and he had the blue collar on. And what we needed were hundreds of Army Corps of Engineers digging up 75,000 pipes, or providing housing for the people that no longer want their children poisoned by this water. Now, I saw President Obama take a sip of water. He wanted to make it clear that he thinks it's safe if you have the filters, and if you have the correct filters, and if the filters are installed correctly. I think when you go home tonight, when I go home tonight, I don't think we have to worry about that. No American should have to worry about that. And every person, every scientist involved in this has said the water is still not safe. There's still poison in it, and it's not fixed. The problem isn't fixed. And President Obama coming in and saying, "I've got your back," I'm sorry, that's just not good enough. We need him to first remove the governor, or have him arrested, or charges filed, or something, because the governor went 9 months after he knew that the poison was going in the water without telling the people of Flint. That's just right there.
Why do you think there's a missing sense of urgency at the federal level?
That's been missing forever, and it's really been missing during the Obama years. I mean, what we had all hoped for. I mean, look, the guy, he's done so many great things. It's a long list, but there's also there's been this attitude right from the very beginning of, don't push too hard, don't say it out loud what needs to be said. He pointed out that Flint is a poor city. He won't say it's a black city. It's a majority black city, and the governor removed the mayors of the black cities of Michigan and installed his own cronies, gave the rich a $1 billion tax cut, then had to cut back on services because there wasn't enough money in the state, and one of the services they cut back on was clean drinking water for the people of Flint.
Right, moving the water.
So it's like, I don't know. I just keep hoping President Obama will use this last year to just come in. How impressive it would have been had he brought 500 Army Corps of Engineers today and a backhoe, or a dozen backhoes.
I was thinking watching this. There was obviously a philosophy that took hold in the 70s and 80s called broken windows for neighborhoods. And I'm wondering, with our infrastructure, if we ought to have a broken infrastructure windows type policy, because Flint may be the first of many. Considering what everybody will say, Democrat and Republican, about the state of America's infrastructure, whether it's pipes, whether it's airports, or bridges.
Absolutely. That's a great analogy you've made. The one thing I would add to the twist here in Michigan is that it's not just an infrastructure problem, because the pipes were fine. The lead pipes were actually working, old but working. It was because the governor let them run the Flint River water and through those pipes, corroded it, brought the lead that was in the pipes into the water, and he did it only to cut back on services to a poor city so he could afford the $1 billion tax cut. That's the key twist.
I know you've been pretty tough on Governor Snyder. Is there anything he has done in the last 2 months that gives you any hope that he can be part of the solution?
No, absolutely. Oh, no.
Look, I know that you want him criminally charged, but has he done anything since?
No.
That gives you a sign that maybe he wants to be part of the solution?
No, he's the fox, and you don't ask the fox to repair the hen house. This is the man who was responsible once he learned that the arsenic, was being put in the host's water. He did nothing. Okay. He said nothing. This man is. I mean, I tell you, it took a lot of whatever to show up in Flint there and be booed for 5 or 10 minutes. Maybe he needed that for his own catharsis. All humans have a conscience. He has one, and so he knows what he did, and he should pay for that. He should not be in charge of the decision-making thing. I will say one thing though about that. Some people have said that Michigan should pay for this. The people of Michigan voted for him. This isn't a 2000 Florida election Gore and Bush thing. This is the majority of Michiganders wanted this guy, and they voted him in a second time. So I think my fellow Michiganders should also help pay for this, and remember next time when they go to the polls who they're voting for. All right, Michael Moore, I'm going to leave it there. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it, and thanks for sharing your views. Thank you very much for covering this and staying on top of it, Chuck. I really appreciate it.